first came here, I said I'm going to move very quickly on this, and from my first day in office, we moved at warp speed to actually get it done. So I can't speak of the past, but I can tell you this has been a top priority. Top priority. My Secretary of Natural Resources, Molly Ward, has been on me every day on this. We moved very quickly to get it done. I personally visited the White House. I personally talked to the President of the United States about this. I personally talked to the Secretary of the Interior, Sally Jewell. We went up and met with them. This is just a huge win for Virginia. So this part is done.
How does this help the economy? Can you maybe go into a little more detail just like how this would drive the economy here?
I think so few people understand the significance of Fort Monroe. When I first visited in 2009, I didn't know myself. The idea that General Butler called the contraband of war, the whole idea that this is the first time that slaves were able to get some type of freedom, and literally by the actions taken here, thousands of other slaves who moved across to Union lines to move away from slavery. I think people need to understand that story. The first slaves came here in 1619, right here in the peninsula, and this is the beginning and the end of slavery. So look at all the historic sites you have in the country. This is right at the top. And then obviously right out here, the Battle of the Ironclads were held. Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederate States, was in prison here. Robert E. Lee here. Edgar Allan Poe was a young military officer here. And it will bring literally thousands of visitors to the Commonwealth to this site.
What are the next steps? And particularly, where forward as far as
Molly, you want to answer that?